Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Atika Apriani, but you can call me Atika. I'm a student at the University of Cyber Asia, majoring in accounting. Today, I will make a presentation for an interview with Mrs. Muti. Before that, please listen to interview with Mrs. Muti.
Good morning, Miss Putih. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me today. Could you please introduce yourself and tell us about your background in English language teaching?
Hello, good morning. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muti. I'm currently a university student majoring in management at State the Open University. I have been teaching English to children for about a year now and at a local learning center.
Okay, how did you first become interested in teaching English to children?
I have always loved working with children. During my second year of university, I had the opportunity to volunteer at the community program teaching basic English, and I immediately fell in love with it. I saw how quickly children could absorb new language and how enthusiastic they were about learning. So, when I got the opportunity to teach at a learning center, I didn't hesitate to take it.
And what method you find most effective when teaching English to young learners?
For young learners, I believe in making learning fun and interactive. I use a lot of games, songs, and storytelling. Children learn best when they won't even realize they are learning. I also incorporate visual aids, puppets, and physical activities. Total basically respond in very effective. Having children respond to instruction with whole body action help them remember vocabulary and parts better.
What are some of challenges you face when teaching English to Indonesian children?
One of the biggest challenges is pronunciation. Some English sounds don't exist in Bahasa Indonesia, so children struggle with them. Another challenge in maintaining their interest and motivation, especially as they get older and face more academic pressure. Also, many children only practice English during our lesson and don't have opportunity to use it in their lives, which slow down their progress.
How has English language education or state of foreign language in Indonesia evolved over the years from your perspective?
From what I have observed and learned during my study, there has been a significant shift toward communicative language teaching rather than just grammar-based approaches. Schools are starting English education early now. Then I was in elementary school, English was introduced in grade 4, but now many schools begin in grade 1 or even kindergarten. There is also more recognition of the importance of English for global competitiveness, though implementation varies widely between urban and rural area, and public and private school.
What role do you think technology plays in language learning today?
Technology has transformed language learning completely. Even with my young student, I use education apps, interactive video, and online games. During in pandemics, we shift to online learning, which was challenging but also opened up new possibilities. Technology allow for more personalized learning experience and give students access to authentic English content from around the world. However, I still believe in the importance of human interaction in language learning, especially for developing speaking skill.
Besides English, what other foreign language do you think are gaining popularity in Indonesia and why?
Several other foreign languages are gaining popularity in Indonesia. Mandarin Chinese has seen tremendous growth to do Chinese economic influence and increasing Chinese investment in Indonesia infrastructure and business. Many parents now view Mandarin as an essential skill for their children's future employability. Korean has surged in popularity among younger Indonesians, driven by the Korean wave of Hallyu, K-pop, K-drama, Korean beauty product has created strong cultural interest. Japanese continue to be popular due to Indonesian long studying economic ties with Japan, plus the influence of anime and manga culture. Arabic maintenance important for religious studies and for those interested in working in the Middle Eastern countries. More recently, we are seeing growing interest in German, as Germany offers attractive higher education opportunities with low or no tuition fees. France also maintains steadily popularity for those interested in diplomacy, culinary arts, and fashion. Their these traits reflect Indonesian diverse international relationship and young people awareness of global opportunities.
What strategies would you recommend for students who want to improve their English proficiency outside the classroom?
I'm recommend creating a daily English routine. This could be reading English news for 15 minutes each morning, watching one episode of an English TV series with subtitle, or listening to English podcasts during commuters. And language learning apps are helpful for consistency. I also strongly encourage students to find language exchange partner either in person or talk apps like Tandem or HelloTalk. Writing and journal in English provides you to express your thought. Most importantly, don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how we learn. Join English speaking club or communities where you can practice in a supportive environment.
As both a student and a teacher, how you continue improving your own English skills?
I'm constantly learning. I read extensively in English, both academic material for my study and leisure reading like novels or articles, and, and I watch English movie and TV show, often without subtitle to challenge myself. Teaching itself is a great way to improve explaining concept to students, help solidify on own understanding. And of course, my university course keep pushing me to high level of academic English proficiency.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your insight and experience with us today, Miss Muti.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and I hope this information helpful. I'm passionate about language education and always happy to discuss it. Bye bye. Thank you. After the interview, here is my presentation. Interview English class with Mrs. Muti. Welcome to our interview. This presentation explores current approaches, challenges, and innovation in English language teaching in Indonesia. Talk insight from Mrs. Muti, an English teacher with experience teaching children. Introduction. The importance of English language learning. English language education has become increasingly important in the global context, particularly in Indonesia, where it serves as a gateway to international opportunities. The teaching of English has evolved significantly over the years, moving from traditional grammar-based approaches to more communicative and interactive methodologies. English has emerged as a global language friend and establishing itself as a primary language for international communication, business, education, and technology. In Indonesia, English language education has undergone significant transformation over the decade, reflecting the country's growing engagement with the global community. English language learning provides Indonesians with 1. Access to global knowledge and resource, 2. Excited career and education opportunities. 3. The ability to participate in international discourse. 4. Cultural exchange and understanding. 5. Competitive advantage in the global marketplace. And the interview result with Mrs. Muti, she believes children learn most effectively when the educational process feels natural and enjoyable rather than forced or overly structured. One about Mrs. Muti. Mrs. Muti is currently a university student majoring in management at the State Open University. She has been teaching English to children to approximately 1 year at a local learning center. Her journey into teaching began during her second year at university when she volunteered for a community program teaching basic English to children. 2. Methodology teaching. Mrs. Muti emphasizes making learning fun and interactive for young learners with games, songs, and storytelling, visual aids and pop-art physical activities, total physical response technique. And the next challenges is in teaching English to Indonesian children. According to Mrs. Muti, the primary challenges include 1. Pronunciation difficult. Some English sounds don't exist in basic Indonesia. 2. Maintaining student interest and motivation, especially as children grow older and face increased academic pressure. 3. Limited practice opportunities. Many children only use English during class season. Next, evaluation of English education in Indonesia. Ms. Muti notes several significant changes in English language education in Indonesia. 1. Shift from grammar-based approach to communicative language teaching. Early introduction of English in school. Increased recognition of English important for global competitive and implementation disparities between urban and rural area and between public and private institutions. The next role of technology is language learning. Technology has transformed language education through one education apps and interactive video, online games and learning platform, remote learning opportunities, and access to authentic English content from around the world. And other popular foreign languages in Indonesia. Beyond English, Mrs. Muti identified several foreign languages gaining popularity. 1. Mandarin Chinese, Korea, driven by K-pop, K-drama, Korean cultural product, and Japanese, Arabic, German, and French. The next strategy for improving English outside the classroom. Mrs. Muti recommend 1. Creating a daily English routine, reading book, watching show, listening to podcasts. 2. Using language learning apps. 3. Finding language exchange partner. 4. Writing journal in English. 5. Embracing mistake and English opportunities and join English speaking communities. And the conclusion, the interview with Mrs. Muti provides a comprehensive overview of English language teaching in Indonesia, highlighting both challenges and opportunities. Her insights into effective teaching methodologies to evaluation of language education and strategy for continuous improvement offer valuable guidance for education students and policymakers. This is key takeaway include 1. The shift toward communicative, interactive teaching method, the importance of making language learning enjoyable and relevant, the growing role of technology in supporting language acquisition, the need for practical opportunities beyond the classroom, and the value of cultural contact in motivating language learning. English language education in Indonesia continues to evolve in response to global demand and technology advancement. Mrs. Muti experience highlights to both the progress made and challenges that remain. And the last, my opinion, as Indonesia continues to position itself in the global arena, English proficiency remains a crucial skill for its citizens. By addressing current challenges and building on successful approaches, English language education can be better serve the needs for Indonesian learners and contribute to the national development and international. After that, thank you so much for your attention and see you next time. Bye bye.